I am not a prostitute. I'm a snuggle-a-toot.
I have always been told I'm a control freak, by guys especially. But I'm always like, hello, 2 condoms in the pill is way more effective than doing it in the butt. Am I right?
Everybody now who is observing the trend, the effects of pollution.
Hi, my name is Patrice Francois. I am the co-founder of Imagine This Women's International Film Festival. I am Haitian American, but I grew up in Orange County, New York, and I am Situation's Millennial of the Month for January. I actually grew up in Rockland County, New York. My background is in theater. I've always done musical plays, like musical theater, and when I went to college at University of Buffalo, I decided to major in theater, and then I minored in media study. And after that, I got into screenwriting and just hanging out with other women filmmakers, hearing their stories and their struggles, knowing that there was a lot of difficulties into submitting their films into certain film festivals, all the politics involved. So I wanted to start a platform that removed all the politics, that was just very simple. All you had to be was a woman filmmaker and submit your work.
I've submitted to pretty much every women's festival in the United States, and I've gotten into this one and a couple other ones. And I mean, that's where I really want to focus, because my stories are always about women. I can't speak for men. So I want people to be able to come to these festivals and relate to these films in some way. So I kind of center on women-focused festivals because I want to network with more women who are in the industry.
Some film festivals claim to be indie, and where they champion themselves as submitting, accepting films from indie filmmakers, but a lot of the films that we see at these indie film festivals might have a star that you've seen on television, or a director or producer that is well known. So we've all felt that we couldn't get our work in because we weren't a well-known filmmaker or a well-known producer, or we didn't have that television actor that you see every Wednesday night. So we all felt there was a lot of politics involved, and you had to know someone to get into the film festival. So just hearing all of them, every time we met, and we would talk about I submitted to this film festival and I didn't get in. And when I went to that film festival and I saw the films that were submitted, they were all beautifully made with more than a $10,000 budget. They wanted to be polished. They wanted to look that you can tell that it's high production, on a higher production level, a higher budget. I've gone to film festivals that are smaller, indie, but then at the same time, I'm looking at these films and I'm like, no way can I submit to this festival, because my film isn't as polished as the films that I'm watching right now.
Dope snuggle.
A snuggler is what then? Like a whore nobody wants to fuck?
Too far.
There are smaller film festivals that are my level, the indie level, that accepts aspiring filmmakers, but the majority of the filmmakers that are accepted are male. There aren't women filmmakers. The percentage is very low of films that are written, produced, and directed by women filmmakers that are submitted into the film festival. So that's the reason why I wanted to create just a women's focused film festival, to give them the platform to show their work. Since they've done all the work, might as well show it to people. So Imagine This Women's International Film Festival started 2 years ago. My mother is the other co-founder, and we were just hanging out at a diner talking, and we've been, thinking about doing a film festival for a while, for a couple of years now. And finally, she was like, let's just do this. And we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. And we sat down in May, and we opened up the submissions in June, and then we had our first festival in November. So the first month we weren't getting any submissions, and we were kind of freaking out because our film festival was in November. So we started reaching out to women filmmakers group on Facebook. So we would post that we're accepting submissions, and then we would reach out to student blogs, all these filmmaker blogs. We would tweet, we would go on Instagram, we would offer discounts, and then somehow by the end of the submission platform, we had received over 150 films from over 35 countries, which is insane. So we had it November 13th and 14th at the White Hotel in Brooklyn, New York, and we had screened over 36 films from over 15 countries, from all women filmmakers, directors, producers, screenwriters, and DPs. We aren't really able to provide transportation, a hotel, because we are an indie film festival, and a lot of the funding is out of pocket. But fortunately, two of our filmmakers from Denmark, they reached out to the consulate, and so they provided them funds to travel to New York. So we had filmmakers from Brazil, we had filmmakers from Denmark, from California, from Canada, and then of course the surrounding cities like New York City and New Jersey. But yeah, we had all these filmmakers who were willing to travel to our small indie film festival, and it was awesome because it gave just another experience for our guests to interact with our filmmakers, which is like what we pride ourselves is that you can interact with these filmmakers on a one-on-one level. And so yeah, it was awesome. It was amazing. We were really grateful that they were able to attend our film festival. So a lot of the films that we get are short films, documentaries, feature length. We get it all. And the process is, well, because we've never done a film festival before, so we had absolutely no clue. So we would look at film festivals that we enjoyed. So we would look at Tribeca Film Festival, the Big Apple Film Festival, and we would kind of just mimic the daily routine and the daily schedule of what they done for their film festival. Like we would say, okay, we liked this part of the film festival. We like the Q&A part of the film festival. Let's try to add that to our schedule. We try to put them all in the same theme. So last year we had 4 short blocks and 2 short documentary blocks, and then we showed 3 feature films and 3 feature documentaries. We put the schedule in a way where we can have people come and go, so that if they're interested in just watching short films, and they can come in the morning, they can leave, and they can come back. Usually after our screening, then we have a Q&A with our filmmakers. I would consider myself a feminist, a liberal feminist, and I believe that women filmmakers should have a voice, should have a place where they can show the work that they've done. If it's good work, they should be able to show it. And I find that a lot of the films that are submitted by women filmmakers are a little different from their counterparts. A lot of the films focus on social issues, personal issues, a lot of political issues. A lot of our filmmakers actually reached out to us, and they would tell us, like, thank you so much. This was the first film festival that I submitted to. I've never had the courage to submit to any other film festivals, or I've never gotten accepted to any film festivals. And here I am winning an award for best, international film. And it just empowered me, gave me the courage to submit to other films. That was really nice to hear from filmmakers, like all the way in Italy, all the way in Germany, and just knowing that we were there for them to submit their film. We provide them that platform, I guess, continues to inspire us to do better, to do more, to continue to do this. And just offer them that space, that resource, that support system. I think every year we're just getting better and better at realizing what we need to do. Last year we had absolutely no mentions except for 1 on IndieWire. This year we had about 5 from like Afari, which is a magazine. We were actually on the same list as Mariah Carey, which we were like, what? It was the top 5 things to do in New York City. So we were like, okay. So like every year, like I feel like once people hear about us, it'll continue to grow, hopefully. We wanted to have smaller, intimate events that would continue to engage our filmmakers and our community members. So we decided to have an event in March for Women's History Month. Our event is a Girl Power Film and Media Summit. and we will focus on empowering women filmmakers or women in media. I mean, of course, men can attend if they'd like. So we will have a screenwriting workshop in the morning where we can troubleshoot each other's work, help each other out, give any advice on, where we can take our story next. And then throughout the day, we will have panels with women-owned production companies, women-owned studio out in Brooklyn. If you're interested in attending, we're going to be posting updates on our website at imaginethisprods.com and on our Instagram and Facebook page. And so I believe around February, tickets will go on sale for that event. Our annual event, Film Festival, will take place in November. Hopefully we'll be able to grow our audience, and hopefully we get more submissions from more women filmmakers all over the world. I would like to thank Situation for featuring me for Millennial of the Month for January. Make sure you follow me at Baby I'm a Star, and make sure you follow the festival at Imagine Prods on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you.